on? How are you all? Hope you're all well. I was asked a question the other day, and it was, why do you collect VHS tapes? And it got me thinking, because I don't collect them because they're great to watch, because let's face it, VHS quality is not the best. And I have a VHS player with HDMI out. I mean, strange as that may seem, there were HD VHS. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them, but I've got the player that goes with it. So why do I collect them? I mean, they take up a lot of space. They said the picture quality is not that great. So why I collect them, and I think this is why a lot of people collect a lot of stuff, is nostalgia. Pure nostalgia. That is it. Takes you back to a simpler time when there was no streaming services, when there was no so when you were watching your cartoons, you used to have to watch them between finishing school and 5 o'clock, or you know what I mean. That's all you got until like either your parents turned it over. I mean, for me, we always used to go around to my granddad's house, and the second the news came on, that was it. Everything's off. Everything's got to stop. So having a VHS back then was like, I can go and watch something in a different room if you had a TV, and you watched it, and you watched it, and watched it, and watched it over and over again. And that's probably why a lot of them stick in my mind, because I've got a couple here that are actually my original VHS. Sadly, a lot of them did go, and how to say it, I threw them away when my parents were moving house. I picked out a couple that I wanted. They had a loft full, and I threw the rest in the skip. And I hate that, because if I can go back through it now, I'm sure there's loads more that I would have taken. But then again, I'm filling my house up full of junk. Anyway, that's enough waffle. I'm going to go through a couple of the actual VHS that I've got, VHS cartoons, and just talk about them. Really, just have a look at what we got. Look, I love the artwork on them as well. I mean, I know you can get the same with DVD players, but then DVDs are sort of going the same way now as well. So everything's streaming online. So to have a physical media in your hand, I think is quite nice, really. Plus as well, sorry, I'm talking again. How many of you now, when you watch something on TV, you end up flicking, there's so much choice, you flick backwards and forwards. So when I do put one of these videos in, I sit and I watch it from the start to the end. So yeah, let's just crack on. I will be leaning over here because they're all sort of half off camera. And I may as well just start with one side and carry on. Actually, I'm going to start with two that I had one back in the day, but it took me ages to find another copy of it, because I remember renting this one from the video shop, and it's Star Chaser, The Legend of Orion. And oh mate, I've watched this movie so many times. Yeah, we rented it. It's a complete Star Wars rip-off, as quite a lot of things were back then. But this is an X-Rental as well, X-Rental box, a larger one. Remember that look? Please rewind. Yeah, this came up in the toy shop in Wolverhampton, and as soon as he got this job got in, this was just sitting on the top, and it was just calling my name. It really was. I'm not really going to say much about the actual cartoons, just pretty much show them off. But if you haven't seen this, Star Chaser Legend of Orion, go and watch it. It's great. Going through these videos as well, I hope that there's some things that will either spark a memory, or go, oh, I remember watching that, or something that you've forgotten about and it sort of sparks a memory, or just discovering some new cartoons to watch. So let's go through that. Right, reason why I love this so much as well is because it had a trailer at the beginning with 3 movies on it, which I really, really wanted to get hold of. I never watched them back in the day. One was Huckleberry Finn. Well, Huckleberry Finn I has watched. I did used to have that on Betamax. You know what I mean? That's how long ago that was. I used to have that on Betamax, and I need to find a copy of Huckleberry Finn on VHS to go with it. But the other one that was on there was GoBots Battle of the Rock Lords. Again, another one. I had to track this down. I don't actually remember watching this cartoon, but because of the trailer from the other one, I feel like I know this movie. And yeah, the one just popped up on eBay. I think it was like £4 posted, and the nostalgia just come flooding back, and that's the most important thing, is nostalgia. And I'll say it again, I say that over and over again, I probably will in this video, but that is purely what it is, nostalgia. To hold this in my hand, to finally have a copy of it, yeah, great. Going back down through some that I did have, right, these are ones that are my originals. And this one, it isn't so much a cartoon, but I watched it over and over again, and it is Starfleet. I mean, what is there not to love about Starfleet if you've never seen this before? Granted, it is all puppets and everything else, but I love it so much. I haven't seen it for a very long time, but this was, as I said, it's a 92 minutes of cartoon fun. I used to love seeing that on the front of VHS. When I was in the video shop, sometimes we'd look at the run time, because like if it was like over an hour run time, it's like, oh, that's great, that's ours, we've got an hour of, and guaranteed it wouldn't be an hour, we'd watch it 5 or 6 times. So yeah, Starfleet, definitely watch it if you never have. And another one from the same video shop, and this video, right, and I got a very vivid memory in my head. It was my brother's birthday, and we went to the video shop and we thought we were hiring a video. And my dad turned around and says, "It's your birthday, go and buy a movie." It still sticks in my head today. And he came out with this movie, and I'm so glad that he did, because it's absolutely amazing. If you've never seen it, go and watch it. And it is The Secret NIMH. The visuals on this and everything else, the sound, the storyline, everything is great. If you were looking up The Secret NIMH, don't bother looking up the sequel. It came out years later. And you know, you have them movies that like one goes into the movie and one goes straight to DVD. The second one wouldn't even go straight to DVD. It's shocking. Not even in the same league. But yeah, Secret NIMH, classic movie. Go and watch. I mean, just look at that on the back. The art. Watch it. 100% recommend this movie. And one of the last surviving ones that I watched over and over again, and I'm glad that we had this one of it, because it's the basically the introduction of how everyone got their powers, and that is the Visionaries. I've lost count how many times as a kid I watched this movie, put it on, watched it over and over and over again. I don't think we ever had any of the Visionaries toy line, but it is a good movie. Well, it's a feature-length cartoon, so I'll call it a movie. What was the runtime on this one? 1987. Runtime 62 minutes. Right, going down some more that I never had back in the day, but are just fun cartoons anyway. So I'll quickly roll through these ones. And what is not to love about Trapdoor? It's just classic cartoon. This reminds me of the whole coming back from school and there was stuff on the TV and we'd watch 1 or 2 episodes of Trapdoor. They weren't very long, these episodes. They really weren't. But 1986 again. Yeah, Trapdoor, love it. And one that I do remember, definitely, again, an after school thing. That's going to be a running theme, because it is just things that make me smile, and isn't that the important thing with nostalgia? If it just... Anyway, Stop It and Tidy Up. Anybody else remember this being shown on the BBC? Never had this on VHS, but look at them. Remember those characters? I remember the intro. I always remember like lots of different characters going past and hoping that like this one or this one or this one will be in the episode, and they never bloody were. I'm sure that some of these characters I've never seen in any episode. But yeah, Stop It and Tidy Up. Had to put this one in here because it was my wife's movie and she did like it, but it drives her mad. Care Bears, the movie, and I'll say it now, I've watched it as well. I've watched it in the past. That was the thing, wasn't it? When you didn't have like many movies, you just put on what you had. To be honest, I can't remember anything that happens in this movie. I may go back and watch this. Two now. Is it two? There. two that I've picked up, I have no memory of these cartoons whatsoever. So maybe you remember these cartoons when they came out. They may be 80s, they may be 70s. I'm not 100% sure. But we got the new Starvenger. It looks kind of like a Transformer, weirdy kind of thing. I haven't actually watched these. I haven't put these on to watch them. They were just in the collection. I may have to put these on just to see what it's about. Have you watched that one? And the other one is Johnny Destiny Space Ninja. What a name. What a name for a cartoon, eh? This definitely feels like it was more 70s. 80 minutes runtime. And this, as you can tell, is, oh, get it there, X-Rental, and the sticker on the side here. It might drive people mad, but it's definitely something I really like. The tape as well, you know what I mean? The videotape itself, the feel of that. I sound like a fucking old person. Back in my day, not of this streaming lark. I take nothing against there being streaming services because they're great, they really are. But the problem is, it's the same as having a Raspberry Pi or something like that. There's so much choice that 9 times out of 10 you don't sit down and watch it. I watch these movies and cartoons and everything else because it's what I had, and then the nostalgia for them came from that, and the enjoyment of the movie. I've watched movies that I probably would have switched off within 5 minutes if it was on like Netflix, but that's all I had. Watched it, you got to like it, you enjoyed it. Another one that was on after school TV, or maybe even beforehand, the Ragdolls. Bloody, I can still hear the intro to this now, and I'm not going to sing, I don't sing. So yeah, we got the Ragdolls. And I'm not sure where this one came from, because I haven't got any He-Man, but we got She-Ra, Princess of Power. Obviously everyone knows He-Man and She-Ra and everything else. Let's not get into the whole story and debate of the new He-Man. Let's just walk away from that one. Thundercats. I know we had one of these back in the day, which again was the first one, because whenever we used to buy them, we always used to buy like the first video of it, which is like explaining the story of what. So that's why we watched it over and over again. So there's a lot that I've never really seen, but Thundercats is great. The first reboot I liked. The modern reboot, that's all I'm going to say about that. The hell were they thinking? Another one, After School, Count Duckula, David Jason. Great cartoon, really great cartoon. Did not translate well to an 8-bit micro game. Both of them, you know, they were terrible. But yeah, Count Duckula, great memories, love it. Do you know what I don't have here and I need to get? Some Danger Mouse. Thinking about David Jason. I'm sure I've said this before in a past video, but I know how popular it was. I watched it. I'm just not a massive fan. Turtles. Sorry. Just, I've played the Turtles games, I enjoy them. I've watched the movies, I enjoy them for the most part, I enjoy them. The cartoons, not so much. It was really was the one that I could take it or leave it. So, look at that one. I didn't notice the side one. There's a Kids Club. Right. Oh, got another Visionaries now. And this is clearly one I've picked up later on. I'm sure this is just later on. Look at the kid in the back there. Look at him. What the hell's he doing? It's like, you got him here at VHS. Yay! Definitely out of place. Visionaries though, again, worth a watch. Go and watch this. Now, a cartoon, and I know I've got more of these VHS somewhere. This is what makes me think that I've put some away in storage, because I know I've got at least 8 of these videos, but you can only find 4. Great franchise. I picked these up at a Comic-Con ages ago, and I remember my wife saying to me, what are you picking them up for? Nobody wants VHS. I want VHS. And it is the real Ghostbusters. And yeah, that was the cartoon that I used to love and still will happily sit down and watch this now. I am going to go through these because the new Ghostbusters coming out. So I do like how big the artwork is on the front of these, and every single one is different. And there's one that's got a certain, look at that one. I mean, these things would be great for posters, wouldn't they? May have to look into that. Another one here. So yeah, just what is there not to love about the Ghostbusters? Nothing, in my opinion. Nothing. Oh, that's how I know I've got some missing, because I've got the Mask video somewhere as well. Who remembers the Mask? Again, the intro and that was absolutely classic. Mask. That's going to bug me now because I know I've got that somewhere. Oh well. Right, final video, and this. Oh, look at Ulysses as well. Good, you'd think I'd plan these videos better, wouldn't you? What planning? Last video, and I will bring this up every single time. 80s cartoons had the best intros ever. And this one, to me, is, apart from Ulysses, is the best intro. No, I'll put this above Ulysses. Jason the Wheeled Warriors. Only had one season. Cancelled. Toy line that never really took off because I think they pulled the plug too soon, where they were just basically swapping over toys from another toy line before they made their own for this. Why did this fail? You know, it's got everything that a great 80s cartoon should have had. Really. If you've not heard the intro music to Jason the Wheeled Warriors, go and Google it now and look it up. It is so 80s. You know what I mean? It's great. And yeah, the VHS again. So yeah, because I can't find any more of them, and I'm an idiot, and I've probably stored them away somewhere else. That's all the cartoons I've got at the moment. But I hope it just gives you an idea of like why I like VHS, why I enjoy collecting them, because again, it's just the nostalgia for it. It's the little bit of a time machine that can take you back, like the games, like music. Not practical, not at all. But they're really cheap and they make me smile. So it can't be a bad thing. Let's talk about cheap though. Some VHS, and this is why people do collect them, is I just collect ones I watch. There's pre-cert ones as well, where people like to collect them before they haven't got any age rating on and stuff like that. And there's movies that never made it from VHS to DVD onto streaming services. So that's just where they are. It's the only place you can watch them. And also, I've got what have I got? I've got Star Wars down the back, and it's great because it's Star Wars before people started messing about with it and changing stuff. And that's it. That's you know, but they haven't cut things out. It's just Star Wars. So, and I think that's great as well. Looking at things before they were digitally remastered and all the rest of it. I am going to do one of these, going through a couple of VHS movies that I've got, because I've got quite a few when I was picking these out. So yeah, definitely have to go through them. Right, me unable to finish a video again. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. Just in the past, in the future, just thank you. Everyone, look after each other. Stay safe. I'll see you again next time. Bye.